Logan Paul ruined Pokemon forever. Now that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but Pokemon has been becoming more and more expensive seemingly overnight, and it might have come to the point where it's interchangeable with crypto more than a cardboard hobby. And this is the chain reaction that Logan caused. This all starts back in 2020 during COVID lockdown. Logan uploads a $200,000 box break video on October 3rd. Currently sitting at 10.5 million views, it immediately pulled Pokemon into mainstream media, which doesn't sound so bad, right? Wrong. In the following month, Pokemon came into extreme demand and the prices reflected that heavily. The price for a XY Evolutions booster box in September 2020 was around $150 to $180. Then just 1 month after, $300 to $400. Base set unlimited booster box? Yeah, that's even worse, as sales data shows the box going from 10 to 15K in September of 2020 to 20 to 30K in November of the same year. After doing some research, it seems that the Logan Paul boom had a much larger effect on sealed product than it did on the individual cards themselves. Although similarly, a base set unlimited Charizard, raw and near mint, was going for around $325 to $380 in August of 2020. During November of that same year, we see the same pattern of prices nearly tripling as it landed around $650 to $800. Now, the reason I mentioned that the Logan Paul effect had more impact on the sealed product is due to something known in the TCG community as scalpers, which are a problem for later in the video, but don't worry, we'll get back to it. Getting back to 2020, this is about the end of Logan Paul's impact for this year. 2021 comes around, and on February 28th, Logan streams a $1 million base set box opening. Over 200,000 people tuned into the stream to see Logan pull 2 holographic Charizards and at least 3 holographic Chansey cards. Logan had Ken Golden from Golden Auctions on site with him for the ability to do on-the-spot price estimates, which soon led to the box nearly paying for itself. This event was a huge milestone in centering Pokemon around finances, similar to how it is now. And this is seemingly the end of Logan Paul's impact on the Pokemon hobby, besides some random videos he uploads here and there, which seem to have no real effect on pricing or the community anymore, and it might leave you wondering. If Logan Paul has no more influence, then why is Pokemon still impossible to find? Well, this brings a new character into the TCG known as the Investors. Logan's audience was already familiar with niche markets such as cryptocurrencies or sneakers, and Pokemon cards spoke that same kind of language to them. This led to Pokemon taking more of a financial angle, and the TCG went from, do I like this card, to does my wallet like this card? And this is proven throughout the community, which brings us back around to scalping, as sealed product is just a more proven guaranteed money back and then some method. So getting to what scalping means. It is essentially just buying something at retail stores such as Target or Walmart, which are two of the most common spots for Pokemon, and then going online or selling it to someone else for whatever the consumer market price is. So they buy it at MSRP and then flip it for MP. Now obviously this is very scummy, but that's not all. Due to the dedication of these scalpers, it's become evidently impossible for kids to buy cards, as these grown adults will camp outside of stores for hours to catch a Target restock and then go online and sell it to make a couple bucks. So these people obviously don't have lives, but this is what has evolved from Logan Paul's original Pokemon video on October 3rd in 2022. So now that we established Pokemon as an asset, we've been seeing more recent examples of this, such as the BGS-10 Black Label Bubble Mew from Paldean Fates, which sold for $236,543 on May 17th, 2026. This set the record for the most expensive Mew card ever sold, and this isn't all. There are even more examples with the Tag Team era booster boxes. A 2019 Team Up booster box from the Sun and Moon era is selling for $25,000. These boxes have 36 packs, and just to make sure we're on the same page, it is selling for $25,000. The most expensive card of that set, the quote-unquote Lovebirds, Latios and Latios GX, alternate full art, is selling for $2,300. Even in a PSA 10, I've only been able to find sales of around $10,000, which appalls me because it seems like there's no point in buying these booster boxes anymore unless you plan to hold on to them, but that's a video for another day. So did Logan Paul really ruin Pokemon? It's hard to say. The truth is that Pokemon was already changing before October 3rd. COVID brought millions back into collecting, and prominent figures such as Gary Vee already started promoting the TCG. The only difference is that Logan was the moment that Pokemon became mainstream, after introducing millions of new people to a new and opportunistic market. Because of that, Pokemon became an investment rather than a hobby. Some argue that Logan wasn't the cause, but only a catalyst for something that was already in motion. But some believe that without his influence, that the hobby could have remained more collector-friendly. Whether Logan ruined Pokemon or simply sped up a process already in motion, there is one thing that is certain. After October 3rd, 2020, the Pokemon TCG would never be the same.